No coupling, no sex, no kids.
This is a theme in Alone in Japan, Journey to the Future by Tom Feiling. This captures, in just a few words, the demographic shift unfolding in Japan. This isn't a romance story. This is about expectation, economics, opportunity, and the changing structure in Japan society. I'm Carrie Voteman, and I talk about aging and innovation around the globe. This is episode 2 of Japan is Not America's Future. It's a preview.
One of the biggest takeaways from the book is that Japan's declining birth rate isn't simply because young people don't want relationships. In fact, surveys show that more than 80% of young men and women still hope to get married someday. But marriage has changed. Women have greater educational and career opportunities. Expectations around partnership have become more equal. Many men struggle to meet traditional expectations of being the primary financial provider. The result is that more people are delaying marriage or not marrying at all. But I don't think that that's the most important story. I think the bigger story is what happens when more people spend larger portions of their lives alone. One example is the phenomenon known as hikikomori. These are individuals who withdraw from society for months or even years, rarely leaving home and interacting with very few people outside their immediate family. The stories are complex: bullying, academic pressure, workplace expectations, family dynamics. But together they raise an important question. What happens when people gradually lose connection with work, community, and one another? Living alone doesn't automatically mean someone is lonely, but loneliness is becoming one of the defining public health and social challenges of our time. When I visited Japan more than a decade ago, one thing surprised me. Pet stores seemed to be everywhere. I remember thinking, I don't remember seeing this many pet stores when I visited and lived in Japan before. Reading this book made me wonder whether those observations were connected. Japan has also seen businesses emerge where people can rent companionship. You can rent a boyfriend, a grandparent, or simply someone to spend time with. Different services, same human need. People still long for connection. They're simply finding new ways to meet that need.
Reading this, I couldn't help but think about some of the conversations happening in the US. Many young Americans are delaying marriage and parenthood. Housing costs continue to rise. Student debt affects financial decisions. Career uncertainty shapes long term planning. Expectations around gender roles continue to evolve. The cultural contexts are different, but the questions sound surprisingly familiar.
Loneliness isn't simply an individual experience, it has become a public health challenge. It influences mental health, physical health, caregiving, community resilience, and even the choices people make about work, relationships, and family. That's why I think Japan's experience deserves our attention.
The lesson I took from this book isn't that marriage is disappearing, it's much bigger than that. Demography isn't destiny, but what it does reveal is what society values and what it struggles to sustain. With fewer people being able to build families, the ripple effect is a falling birth rate. They shape communities, economies, caregiving, and ultimately how we care for each other across generations.
Next time, we'll look at the solutions Japan is exploring.
From immigrant debates to AI enhanced robots. And we'll ask one of the biggest questions facing aging societies across the world: can technology replace human connection? Join me for episode 3.